Welcome back. The Correctional Service Day is a day that is set aside to raise awareness about the critical role that correctional officers play in criminal justice. It is against this background that the Department of the Namibian Correctional Service under the Ministry of Home Affairs, Safety and Security announced the celebration of NCS Day. To shed more on this, I'm joined now by Deputy Commissioner Jason Shikongo as well as Superintendent Trefina Itengula. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening and thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here.
And thank you.
Just to start with, Commissioner, perhaps you can talk to us about the significance of, Namibian Correctional Service Day and why it's commemorated.
Thank you very much. The day of the Namibian Correctional Service is very significant because it is the day when the Namibian Correctional Service celebrates its existence as a member of the criminal justice system, tasked with the responsibility to provide safe, secure, and humane custody to offenders. On the same day, we also have an opportunity to engage or to interact with the members of the communities as our partners, because we also have that responsibility to make sure that the community is safe when we keep these offenders that are incarcerated. The day is celebrated on the 20th of July every year. And the reason why it's 20th July, that is the day when the head of state signed the Correctional Service Act number 9 of 2012. So we make it a day that was the day that the act was signed, and we took it upon ourselves to make it a Namibian Correctional Service Day.
Mm-hmm. And the theme for this day is striving towards a safe society through rehabilitation and reintegration of offenders. Could you just elaborate a bit more on this theme and what it speaks to?
Yeah, the theme was chosen deliberately because it speaks to the approach, or the correctional service approach, that we are currently embarking upon. It's a correctional service system that focuses on rehabilitation and reintegration of offenders. And we have moved away from the punitive system whereby offenders are locked up, mm-hmm. and they are not really given an opportunity even to learn new things. Mm-hmm. But with this current approach, you find that offenders are given opportunities to engage into rehabilitation programs, such as education programs and other vocational trainings. For example, some of them are busy doing agriculture, some of them are even busy with tertiary education, and some of them are busy with carpentry, building constructions, and many other programs, just to make sure that we inculcate the habit of labor, and when they are released, they are also having some skills which they can use to foster some entrepreneurial life when they are back to society. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Superintendent, Commissioner mentioned some of the activities that the offenders undertake, as part of the rehabilitation program. But what exists, support exists for them with the reintegration part? Because I think sometimes that is the more difficult aspect of, getting back into society. Yeah.
Yes, maybe just to mention that through these rehabilitation programs and vocational skills, the Namibian Correctional Service have introduced a system called Correctional Service Management Strategy. This is a evidence-based strategy based on researchers made, which adopted the unit management system, meaning that these offenders, when they are in our correctional facilities, the larger units or sections that we were having, they are now demarcated, and mm-hmm. then they are now converted into what we call smaller manageable units, whereby the inmates can be able to interact more with the correctional officers, to be able to control them and to be able to foster their their rehabilitation throughout when they are during their stay in the correctional facilities. So that is one of the main one. And also one of the main one is that as we are also talking of some of this implementation that we have made, is that as part of the NCS, we also established the food production in one of our 4 major farms in some of our correctional facilities, which are situated in the Wundu, Evaristi, Shikongo, which is in Tsumeb, and Oluno, plus ROUNDUP correctional facility, mainly to produce crops and livestock. We are talking of the livestock of goats, cattle, we are talking of sheep, pigs, mainly for inmate ration. Plus also we have what we call offender management system that is basically dealing with capturing of the data when it comes to their profiles, when it comes to their how to manage them, the case management, when it comes to their health, they are also recorded in that data, plus their criminal history, and also how do we manage them when we are transferring them from one correctional facility to another, and many more. Yes.
Are there any success stories that you can share with us with the reintegration, successful reintegration of offenders back into society with the skills that they've picked up?
Yes,
through these programs?
As Deputy Commissioner highlighted that these skills that they are obtaining while they are in our correctional facility, just maybe to mention a few of them that I can highlight, we have an ex-offender by his name Willem February. He gave us a permission to mention his name. He's having a company for uphostly where he's producing this making sofas, like and also repairing them, plus also repairing the car seats, including also the roofing of the cars, plus also making some curtains. He's based in Windhoek North. And
I think I actually know February Upholsteries. He's very popular.
Yes, he's popular. I think the public can also visit there and do some of their repairs on their seats. So also maybe to highlight, as he also mentioned, that we also have some sort of tertiary education, including primary education. We can mention one of our ex-inmate who only came with grade 10. He managed to complete his grade 12 and also further his study to NAST at tertiary level, and he managed to obtain a bachelor in logistics and supply management.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Awesome. Commissioner, what are some of the challenges perhaps that you can talk to us about, that the service has encountered over the years?
Yeah, challenges are many. When there's operations, there are always some setbacks. One that I can mention is that most of our correctional facilities were built before independence, and they are now very old, and the challenge that we have is to maintain them. And when you are maintaining them, you spend a lot of money in rehabilitating them. That is one. The second one is a well-known story that we are always talking about, the smuggling of contrabands into our facility. That's another challenge that we are still battling with. I don't know if there is a better solution to it, but if communities are cooperating with us, I think we can reduce it. The other thing I think is that we are kind of short-staffed. We were supposed to have, I think, close to 8,000 staffs or correctional officers. But as we are speaking now, we are just above 2,000. So that's one of the challenges. And also, of course, people are upgrading their skills nowadays. It's also very difficult to retain some of the highly qualified staffs. So that's one of the challenges.
Superintendent, would you like to add on to that?
Yeah, I think he has highlighted most of them that are more key, I think. Yes.
All right. Talk to us about how, the Namibian Correctional Service Day should be celebrated and, of course, what the expected outcome is with bringing attention to the theme this year.
Maybe just to highlight on that, to say that this will be one of a blessing event for the year, as we are honored to have His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Namibia, Dr. Nangolo Mbuba. So he's going to be the guest of honor. On top of that, we have attracted the heads of corrections or prison services in 5 countries, which are going to be part of the celebration from South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Eswatini. We also have various activities ranging from the inspection of the parade by His Excellency the Vice President, including the prestige drills. We also have what we call street march, which is going to be led by the Namibian Correctional Service brass band. Most of the people, I think, now in Namibia, they know them.
Very vibrant, yes.
So it will also have activities of exhibition of the manufactured products or the rehabilitation efforts that were made by the artwork of the inmates, including their craft work, plus agricultural products. We are going to have those exhibitions there at the event. It will also have some of the activities like sports activities. We have soccer there, we have netball, volleyball. And the most exciting is that we have also awards for the service medals to the deserving officers for the outstanding work that they've been doing for the organization, which is really amazing. And on top of that, we also have some cultural performance, including talent performance by our own correctional officers, including our own offenders. Yes.
That's fantastic.
Unless maybe Commissioner or Deputy Commissioner can add.
I think you have touched most of the stuff. It's going to be a relaxed event. We are not going to have a lot of speeches. Maybe it's only the Vice President to speak, and from there it will just be activities, and community members should be ready to come and join us and enjoy the best that the Namibian Correctional Service can do. So the communities are welcomed, and we are expecting, I think, close to 700 people in attendance.
That's fantastic.
And we'll take care of them.
On which day is this specifically?
On the 20th of July.
On the 20th of July.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, Deputy Commissioner and Superintendent, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a very brief break. We'll be right back after this.